The product ops team is one that can help a fledgling startup properly scale to the delight of its investors. But product ops isn't just for software companies or startups. This function can also help a large legacy company rediscover its purpose and begin streamlining what may be outdated practices. Standing up a dynamic product ops team requires diligence and patience, and an investment from leadership all the way down. But the payoff is worth it. Here's an overview of how you can get started with building a product ops function at your business. Starting with phase 1, discovery. Take stock of the current landscape across the organization. Meet with various department leaders and their teams. Learn as much as you can about team structures, workflows, and processes. Ask about pain points and where teams believe there are inefficiencies, and log everything. Next, drill down on initial questions or if anything stood out in the discovery process. For example, consider the customer success team. Perhaps it's having trouble capturing which customers are at risk, or it's unsure how to proceed once the data's been captured. Flag it and begin thinking about how different departments could assist in setting up a new process to keep it from happening. Replicate this process across the organization. Next, phase 2, narrow the scope. Identify any key questions or standout items from the discovery phase. Determine what's needed from other departments to prevent or mitigate each issue, and propose a go-forward process to all stakeholders. Start to think about things that can make an impact on gaps in workflow or process. For instance, say the revenue team is voicing the fact there aren't any product updates. That is unlikely to be true. What it might mean is that there is a breakdown in communication. Start that dialogue. Place the two heads of the department in a room. Meet with both separately and bring to each side the other's concerns or plans. Pendo, for instance, has a weekly digest for the revenue teams to review a quick download on everything going on in the product department. Sometimes a new rollout is 6 days out, sometimes 6 months. Regardless, the two sides talk and share information that is then shared with the customer. Finally, phase 3, open up communication. Think about which items from the previous phases should be surfaced widely. Identify where there are breakdowns in communication between teams, and initiate dialogue, either one-off or recurring, between team leaders or entire teams. Another critical step early in the process is building proper alignment with the product management team. This is the group product ops should be most focused on building a strong relationship with. The product team should always be a product ops team's primary customer. Just as the product manager needs to communicate through influence, so does the product ops manager, only their audience is slightly different. You will also want to survey your PMs. Product ops should make clear its goal to help the product management team, not take someone's job. An effective way of making this strong connection is to ask questions. Sometimes it's best to formalize it by way of a survey. Ask people where their time is going and where it would ideally be in, say, 6 months. If someone says half her time is spent managing processes but would like more of it to be directed to customers, figure out how to help readjust that internal work. That concludes our lesson on product ops. And that was a lot. Here's a quick recap. Companies, large and small, can benefit greatly from a strong product ops team. Among first steps to get started include: research different departments to get a sense of mindset. Ask questions, especially when and where inefficiencies seem likely. Foster communication between departments. Act as a through line and warm facilitator of conversation. Listen and be respectful of people's space and sensitivities, and lean into your role as the glue in your product-led organization. Be empathetic and neutral while focusing on company goals and outcomes.